This is our main entrance to our new sheriff's building in North Carolina, in Charlotte, downtown. This is the admins. Now I gotta turn on the light for you. Boom. Obviously this one sits 2. And as they move in on the 18th, people have their assigned seating already. Lockers. Changing room, which is questionable for me because it has a little window. Gonna get a bench over here in this corner, which is being ordered, and obviously the mirror. And whoever wants to see in, I'm pretty sure they'll be respectable and not do that. But I probably will. Let's just go ahead and try. You can see where the bench would be. I guess you can change in the far right corner. Or maybe put a blind. One of the blinds in there. Okay, break room. This was a library before, and I have to say they didn't have a sink in here, so we had to do the plumbing to take it from all the way downstairs and up. Let me walk in here. Sorry, let me walk in here. This is the training room where all of the officers will be trained and updated. And TVs. And a pedestal for whoever wants to speak. I should go out the way I came in. That way I can show you guys in order. So I'm gonna walk back really quick. Here you go. Boom. Back out in our little corridor. This is CJU. And obviously, officers are divided by ranks. I'm not very good at the ranks, but this is CJU area. That's electrical. This is K9, so if it doesn't say it already now, there'll be dogs. So they have different flooring for us. And when the dogs come to visit, they can be in this area. We still need to fix a little leak in there. It's being difficult. This is the pantry for the dogs. Have everything a little dog can hope for. You know, they have their vest, their leashes, doggy bags, treats, food, bowls, water, all that stuff when the dogs decide to accompany their handlers. Now, these are the sergeant's offices, and this side has 3 sergeant offices. And let me turn on the light real quick. And they look like this. This is another sergeant. And then this was the exit I was gonna take at first, before I was like, no, let's not do that. That's the training room. 2 entrances. And you back over. This is one of their small copy rooms for this side. Let me actually turn on the light. Oh, there we go. This is a copy room, a small one. And then obviously nice ceiling tile and LED lighting. So the lighting was provided by Stelco Electric, and the acoustical tile and the drywalling was done by Y&D Drywall. It's a great subcontractor, they're amazing. This is the sergeants, and there's 4 sergeants on this side. So there is a total of 7 sergeants, because I believe there's 3 over there. Yeah, so there's 7. And then this space, and I'm gonna expand it for you. Boom. This sits about 39 officers. So it literally sits about 39 officers. I don't know how many, there's 4 rows, and each row sits, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So there's 9, and there's 4 rows. So that is 36 officers can sit in these cubicles. Hi. You have your data, maybe a data room. So if for some reason the building goes down, this office of the sheriff's office does not go down with it. This will stay operational. This is the IT storage. This is the other copy room. So let me go over here. This is the main copy room. And obviously, guys, obviously, it is huge. These are captains. So you have 4 captains, and obviously you can tell that we still have a little work being done for the data. And the reason why we have that is because the subcontractors that got subbed doing the fencing has to run, obviously, wiring to keep it operational to go into that data room, so that way the whole sheriff's office is by itself, separate from the main office, well, the main building. This is another one, and there are 4 of these. And then this is the majors. Obviously, you get storefront, nicer office. And this is the only office that gets a TV. So they get a TV inside his, and obviously storefront and frosted glass. They have a conference table, and this is their space.
They warranted it.
So
This one's been changed out.
I'll walk you guys back over here, and I'll walk you through the outskirts of it. So the officers have 2 forms of entrances. This way will take you to the main door of the whole entire building. And this one would be the back entrance, and I can take you guys through the back entrance first. And obviously, this would be the door that they enter through. And this is part of still the art gallery. So let's go through here. And this building is old. It was built 1915. This building has been many things before it decided to use that part, this little piece of it, for the sheriff's office. It was, they told me the one of the officers that works here, I don't think she's an officer, but she's part of the sheriff's office. Her name is Miss Rachel. She said back in the day she used to come here as a child, and it used to be a Sears. And then from a Sears, it was an inspection office. And then it was a morgue. And then it got abandoned for 8 years. And obviously homeless ran rampant. And then they were going to condemn it, but then they turned it back to an art gallery. So here is where the officers will be parking their vehicles, and they literally took the whole entire back. So they are taking 75% of all the parking at this building. There's not really much people that use this building, that use that parking in the back. So literally the parking in the back has always been empty. They just chase people off of it. So they get to actually put that into good use. And then we're gonna go back up really quick. And everything is keyed, so that way, if you don't belong here, you don't get access in, which is already a good safety precaution. And here's my badge. Grants me access in. And then these are my keys for the sheriff's office. Literally, there's 9 of them. Well, there's 9 on the first hook, 3 on the second hook. That gives me master key to the whole entire building. And nobody wants to hold my keys because if anyone loses my keys, these keys, they are, well, they'll be fined $10,000 for these keys. So this is still part of field ops. So field ops entrances. I'm gonna go over this way. And then literally this whole entire half, these doors, all of them, lead into the sheriff's office. Obviously that's the canine entrance where the dogs would be using to mainly enter. Art, because this is an art gallery as well, and they do sell all of this art. It's crazy. Some of them have their prices on their tags on the wall. So it's $720 for this art, and I've seen some of these art go for, I don't know, $10,000-$12,000. It's crazy. All right, so this one is $1,200. For that one, $600. This one does not have a price, but it has the artist who created it and call them for the price. This one is $1,200. And then obviously all of this. So this is literally what the officers will be passing through just to get to their main entrance. And look at this. It's 3D. It comes out of the painting. And then you have wings and everything. Like literally the art can come out and touch you. It's crazy. Okay, so now we're gonna go. This is towards the main entrance. This does give you like a subway, a subtunnel path kind of an entrance themed here. I wouldn't really know because I never actually used a subway before, but Patrick tells me that's what this kind of has a vibe of, and everyone who's used a subway has said the same thing, but just in that small area. And then here is the main entrance. We're gonna go out this way, and they're going to take this half of the parking where it's going to get fenced up, and there is the parking for the rest of the staff and whoever is renting out a room. So this is what the main entrance looks like. And it took me a long time to figure out what the heck they were showing me in this art. Except for I finally realized that up here, that's a woman, and I guess this is her naked body, and that's a person peeping through the doorway trying to see her. And I was like, that's kind of dark. I always thought it was an eyeball and a mouth right here, and I could never see the woman until one day I magically, my eyes adjusted and I can see a face, and then I saw a doorway with a mask and a face, and I was like, wow, now I can never unsee it. But this is the other half. I really do hope that they fence it in its entirety and then just leave that entrance freed, and then free parking here and then officer parking there. But they chop underneath the asphalt and the concrete, and they run their pipes all the way into the building, and they all make it into that data room. So we have to always be able to keep that space open and available And obviously our building permits on the door so all the inspectors can see. Hi, Arthur. He's awesome. He's the building manager. And then we're gonna go back up our subway steps. Closest thing I've ever gotten into a subway before. This is nice art. It's drippy. I don't even know if that's a good word to use for art. It sounds kind of weird. And I go back up. And of course, oh, and there's surveillance that was added in for the officers. I mean, the art gallery already has surveillance, but they added more so you can see whoever comes into this space. All right, so now let me go back into my main entrance. And that's it. This is the new sheriff's office for Mecklenburg County. Enjoy.